stem actually holds the rest of the entire part, or all the parts of the plant are being held by the stem, right? So now one thing scientifically which we need to understand is what are nodes, what are internodes. How many of you have seen bamboo tree?
Ma'am, I know what's are internodes and nodes.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have seen bamboo tree.
Ma'am, you have told us in the other like the chapter before also you told us about nodes and internodes.
Correct.
Yeah?
So
Yes, ma'am.
in a bamboo tree, you will find it very distinctly visible. You know, the long, the horizontal lines that you see are the nodes. And the place, between the two nodes are called the internodes. This is self-explanatory, right? So the place between, the area between, the region between the two nodes are called the internodes, right? So
Ma'am, in that given example of that like leaves with the plant you have given there, right? There, I think my like what I think is correct or not, for that I'm asking you that. Internode means is a place which two leaves are having.
sorry, which one? Internode.
Yeah.
Okay.
And nodes are like the space of the leaves are connected. Am I right or not?
No. So this is just the opposite. What you said, these dots are basically the nodes from where the leaves come out. This is basically, this portion. These are the nodes, right? And in between, internodes are always longer. This portion is called the internode. This portion. So always you will find leaves and new branches coming out from the nodes. Always nodes will have buds. Internodes will be empty. Internodes will never have anything. So here all these areas are internodes. If I can change the color and show you, this yellow area is all internode. This the red area is node. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically the tip of the stem or a branch. Now every stem or a branch will have a tip, right? Now the tip is from where the growth happens, like this. Like this the growth will happen. Always upwards, straight line. So here the bud that comes out is called the apical bud, right? And the bud that comes at the node, here also you will find, in spite of the leaves, there would be certain things like this. Maybe this can develop into a flower, maybe this can develop into a new stem, maybe this can develop into some other part, right? So these are called the axillary bud. And the bud which is there at the tip where there's nothing else, most likely, again leaves and flowers will come, but this is the point from where it grows. This is called the apical bud. Apical, which is at the apex. That's why it is called apical bud. And these
Madam, I don't understand apical bud. Can you please explain it again, apical bud?
See, for example, if this is a tree, this has got branches like this, right? Now, every branch will have a tip, no? The last point. Every branch will have a tip, correct? For example, the leaves are here. Every branch will have a tip. Now the tip, if there is a bud coming out here, then this is called an apical bud. Apical bud. Here, if there's a bud, it is called an apical bud. Here also apical bud. Any bud that comes out at the tip of the branch is called an apical bud. And if a bud comes out here, then it is known as an axillary bud. Buds will come out everywhere. Buds will come out nodes, buds will come out here, buds will come out the tip. But if it comes at the tip, it is known as apical bud. And if it comes out here now?
Ma'am, axillary bud means from the anywhere from the part of the plant from center, or it can be anywhere. Is it like that?
Yeah, it can be from anywhere of the plant. That is called axillary bud. But if it has to be from the tip, then it is known as apical bud. Okay, all right. So when young, a stem is green and soft. In a herb, the stem remains soft and tender, but in a tree, it becomes hard and woody. and is called the trunk. So most of the time you will see that in herb we are studying stem, no? So in a herb, for example, consider this to be a herb. In a herb, you will always find the stem to be the green in color. Because it is, thin, it is green in color, it is a little fleshy, if you cut it, you will find it a little watery.
Oh, what all tip of the branch is apical bud, right?
Yeah, sorry, apical bud. Yes, apical bud. Axillary would be anywhere else apart from the tip. Anywhere else apart from the tip of the branch will be an axillary bud. Okay. Now coming on to the how it looks. How does the stem look? For example, we know we have three types of plants: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Right? We have always seen a stem in shrubs is woody. Right? The main part is always woody, and it is hard. It is very hard. Right? You will not find much succulent, or you will not find much water. You will not find sap because it is hard and woody, and to an extent you can say dry. The outer part at least, right? In case of herbs, it is just the opposite. It is very tender. When you will see mint, dhania patta, it is very soft. Tender and soft is the same. It is green in color. Here it is brown or black in color, right? And here it is a little, you will find it to be a little succulent. Like if you press the stem and break it, you will find a little watery substance coming out. Right? In case of shrubs, it is exactly somewhere in between herbs and trees. How will it be? For example, if you have seen a hibiscus tree, hibiscus shrub, in that case, you will find the mature part, like the lower portion. For example, if this is a hibiscus plant, this is the shrub, right? Maybe this portion, you will find it a little woody, just the outer part would be a little woody and brown in color. But as it grows, it is hard, it is dry, brown in color. In herb, it is just the opposite. It is very tender, very soft. If you see dhania patta, it is a little succulent. It is green in color, right? And in case of shrubs, it will be somewhere in between herbs and trees. The mature portion will be a little brownish in color, and the young portion will be a little greenish in color, right? And only the outer portion is rough or hard, but the inside portion is very soft and tender. That is the characteristic of stem in a shrub, right? So that is how stems look in herbs, shrubs, and stem.